Positive energy all the time. Good to see you all. Hope everybody's doing great. Hope you're having a great day. Come on in, come on in. Yes, indeed. So the Lakers got eliminated. We're going to talk about that. Yeah. Hopefully, LeBron retires. That would be so great if he just would retire. He's been there too long, and he's sucked all the life out the sport. He's basically ruined the NBA. And hopefully, if he retires, they can get the NBA back on track, because the NBA is a disaster. His era totally destroyed the NBA, totally destroyed the sport. Yeah, he totally destroyed the sport. We're going to talk about it. Rep your city, rep your city. Yeah, they totally destroyed the sport. The NBA is horrible. It's a shame. Cleveland, Ohio in the building. Miami-Dade County is in the building. Shout out to all my peeps in Dade County. Sac passe to all my Haitian brothers down there. Yeah. So let everybody get over here. I think I got myself in trouble on Instagram. And some brothers talk about Pan-Africanism. And they said, who over here disagree with what we said? I hadn't disagreed, but I said me. I hadn't even disagreed yet. I said me, and wrote a couple of paragraphs that I will not go read the response. It is what it is. I'll just leave this sitting here. I'm not coming back. I'm not arguing. I mean, if he wants to bring me on his platform, I'll come on this platform as long as we got some rules of engagement. You know? I'm probably going to talk about that again. I'm probably going to talk about that too with the whole thing in Burkina. Foundational Black America, stay out of that. Stay out of that. If you want to look at what's going on in Africa, cool, but keep your mind out of Africa. Keep your mind focused on where we're at, okay? Keep your mind focused on where we're at and what we have to deal with. Yeah. Am I going to get the fights tonight? What fight? Who's fighting? Who's fighting tonight? Let me see. Probably not, because I ain't even know nobody. Oh, Devin Haney. I mean, I don't know. Who's fighting? Garcia and Romero? No. Let me see. Romero? Nah. Romero? Am I going to watch that? Am I going to pay for that? Romero's a good fighter. Haney's somebody. People are interested. Yeah, I might do that fight tonight. I might. Which y'all think is a good. I might do that fight. Who, LeBron? LeBron sucks. LeBron is horrible. He can play, but he's totally overrated. They've totally disgraced the sport, ruined the sport with him. Trashed the NBA, messed the whole NBA up. He's probably good for a young generation, but somebody who's been watching basketball as long as me, no, he doesn't have those type of highlights. He doesn't even have highlights as good as Clyde Drexler or Dominique Wilkins. Nobody wants to see no big old dude at the top of the key dribbling. He sucks. Up at the top of the key. Big as you is, bro, go to the hole. He's got no inside game. Like, come on, man. It's not all his fault, though. The NBA did that. They was trying to build another Jordan. They were trying to build another Jordan. So he messed the whole game up. He ruined the game of basketball. That's why basketball is going broke right now. Because of LeBron James. They making money, but they making money with commercials. Yeah, he's horrible. But I do understand we dealing with a generation that's really not that athletic. You know, young men now, they're not that athletic. They're not outside like that. So I understand. You don't see young boys on bikes like that. You don't see them playing all the sports like that. And the young generation mostly play video games. According to this, the NBA has experienced a decline in national television viewership, with ratings down 5% from last year, but they was down last year from the year before. What's behind the NBA's falling viewership numbers? LeBron. Y'all messed up the game with LeBron, ruined the game. One thing about it, when I say ruined the game, and I'm talking to you, and you young, You wouldn't know what I'm talking about anyway because you was born watching that. So you were born watching that. So you have nothing to compare it to, right? You don't have anything to compare it to. You didn't watch Walt Frazier. You didn't watch Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You didn't see Wilt Chamberlain. You didn't see Oscar Robertson. You didn't see you didn't watch all that. You was a baby. So you don't have anything to compare it to. But compared to the NBA since I was little, oh, this is the worst, most horrible ever. It's horrible. It's trash. It's horrible. The last good NBA era was Kobe and Shaq era. After that, it's just been like total trash. We're gonna talk about it though. The Lakers lost. Sit him down. Sit him down and save the league. Sit him down. Nah, it's just trash. LeBron is trash for a big man. But like I say, your generation, y'all like watching somebody down. Shoot a three, run back. Shoot a three, run back. Shoot a three, run back. Shoot a three. Y'all like that shit. Bug run down. He run down. He shoot a three, miss. They get the rebound, run out. Shoot a three, miss. And run down, shoot a three. Shoot a three, miss. Run out, shoot a three, hit it. Yeah! You know, I was like, what the hell? Hey, you know, like how they set their defense up. They got the two guys on the corner. Sometimes they just be doing this. They don't never get the ball. You run it back and forth, launching threes. Big old 6'9", bro, 6'10", 6'11". They ain't got no inside game or nothing, man. It'd be tripped out. It's trash for sure. Come on, man. A big old dude like LeBron at the top of the key. He got a lot of points. I bet he do. He just out there launching threes. Three. Hell no. That's basketball? Okay, you can keep it. Unbelievable. Some of these people talk to me, I'll blow you off the court. I'll blow y'all. Half of y'all, probably 3/4 of y'all. I'm 67. I'll blow you off the court. You got no offense. You got no defense. You're going to be out there launching threes. Easy rebound for me. Crazy. They got no inside game. It's the worst. We're going to talk about it, though. I don't know what made they think they was going to win with him. They should have been sat him down. Talk about he that old out there playing. He ain't playing. That's why he out there. If everybody could run up and down and shoot threes, everybody would have played to be that old. That's all you got to do is take your big ass to the top of the key and dribble and pass and get it back and shoot a three. You can play that till you're 50. You know what I'm saying? What kind of basketball is that? We're going to talk about it, though. Yeah, he's trash. I'm glad he's gone. Bye. It's not all his fault. The NBA let that happen. They messed him up in Cleveland. When he first came to Cleveland, they were still playing good ball. And then they changed the whole sport. Turned it into a 3-point. The All-Star game. 2 All-Star games ago, they scored 400 points. Hold on, the All-Star game. They scored 400 points. Unbelievable. So y'all just talking make-believe stuff. I'm talking real stuff. Y'all talking make-believe. Yeah. The 2024 All-Star game in Indianapolis saw almost 400 combined points. Unbelievable. And y'all get y'all goofy asses out of here. That's how I know y'all bootleg. Y'all bootleg. All y'all that like it, y'all bootleg. No disrespect. I got love for y'all. Y'all bootleg. Get the hell out of here. Y'all call that good basketball? The 2024 NBA All-Star Game held in Indianapolis was the highest scoring all-time game ever, with a combined total of 397 points. And to y'all, that was great. I bet you loved it. I bet you loved it. I bet you loved it. I bet you thought it was the greatest game you ever seen. Y'all thought that was the greatest game y'all ever seen in y'all life, did y'all? Y'all thought that was it, huh? Y'all thought it was popping, don't you? Y'all was like, man, the NBA is lit, man. Y'all was excited. Y'all thought that was some real hooping. Unbelievable. I got all facts. I got facts. Y'all just talking. Y'all fans. I'm talking facts. You try to tell me the NBA ain't trash and they scored 400 points. That is, if that ain't trash, what the hell is? The whole NBA is trash. They trashed it. It's like some fanboy shit. Real talk. That's for fanboys. That's not for real sports people. It's for fans. Fanboys like that type of shit. Real sports people like me, we ain't messing with we ain't no fans. I ain't no fan. I ain't no fan. I ain't never been a fan when it came to basketball of no goddamn body. I was not no Michael Jordan fan. Period. And y'all brothers messed the game up too. Because y'all fans. Y'all ain't no sports. Y'all don't like basketball. Y'all like men. Y'all don't like basketball. The difference between this generation and when I was coming up is y'all like individuals. Y'all don't like the team sport. Y'all like LeBron. I ain't like no damn Jordan. I like the Bulls. I never liked Jordan. I like the Bulls. It's go Bulls. It ain't no go Jordan. Hell no. Nah. It's go Bulls. It's go Bulls. Now it's go LeBron. Go Ja Morant with the pink dreads or whatever, them braided, whatever them is, the gangster with the pink hair strips. Messed the whole dang on game up. If it was a debate and you put up 10 racks, I'd take your money on TV. You would lose this debate. I'd take your money. You lose. You lose as fanboy. At first I'll say it's a fanboy. They say, why you say it's a fanboy? Because this was the NBA. The East versus West. Now with you fanboys, it's Team LeBron versus Team Durant. Right there, you lost the debate. This is fanboy stuff. Ruined the whole NBA. Stop taking records that they've been taking from way back, the East versus the West, and you took all them records all them years, and then just stop taking the records and went and came out with some fan weirdo all-star game. That's a total disgrace to the sport. That's why I don't like LeBron. It's totally ruined the historical value of the NBA. Trashed it. Trashed it. Instead of staying how it was way back with Earl the Pearl Monroe and Walt Frazier, it's always been the East against the West. The fans, boys, start watching the game. I love LeBron. I want to marry LeBron. I want to kiss LeBron in the mouth. And then you get Team LeBron, which is a total insult when you talk about sports and you try to teach the children about teamwork and how to play together. And no man's bigger than the program. No, it's Team LeBron. Well, in sports, it's like this. Let's say I'm with the Bulls. We're going to play. It's going to get down to the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals. So when it gets to the championship, then the best team from the East going to go against the best team from the West. So now when we have the All-Star game, if it's the East versus the West, we feel like if I play for the Bulls of Detroit, I feel like if we win the All-Star game, we showing that we the best. We better than the West. So now all of us teams that play for the East, we feel like whichever one of us win the Eastern Conference Final based on the All-Star game, we might have a chance to win because we beat the East. We beat the West in the All-Star game. So this allowed fans of the sport to cheer for the side that their team was on. So if you're in Chicago, you're in Detroit, you're in Milwaukee, you're cheering for the East. If you're in Dallas, you're on, L.A., Golden State, you're cheering for the West. So it kept the sport in line. Who the hell is on Team LeBron? Just anybody? See what I'm saying? So who don't believe that this ruined the NBA? Who don't believe that this was bad for the NBA? Y'all think this is cool? This was horrible. And imagine the other players. If I'm a player, I don't mind playing for the East. But if I'm competing against LeBron and I'm Steph Curry, I don't want to be on Team LeBron. LeBron is an op. So imagine, instead of you representing the West, you got to represent Team LeBron. Somebody that you got to compete against, and they put him up as the big man for your team. What an insult. That's an insult. That's an insult. Because you putting a person that I got to compete against and saying that this is his team. That was a straight slap in the face. And the young generation ate it up because the young generation is some suckers anyway. They could tell y'all anything. So don't even let me start trashing your generation. They just running over black people now. You can just do anything. You ain't got no backbone. None. So yeah, you like whatever they do. Oh, whatever he do, I likes it. I likes it. You know what I'm saying? So the young brothers now, they ain't no athletic sports fans. They just fanboys. I love LeBron. I love Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? They don't like the team. They like the dude. They like the dude on the team, which is crazy as hell. Messed the whole sport up. It's supposed to be a team sport. They turned it and individualized it with LeBron goofy ass. He out there with the ball all the time. Big old nigga supposed to be a power forward or a small forward. He out there like a guard. If you used to watching basketball and you see a big old dude that's supposed to be like a They're supposed to be making moves and backing people down and dunking on them and have moves to the hole like Sean Kemp and stuff like that. You see them at outside the 3-point line dribbling, slowing the game down. You're like, oh, the game ain't got no movement. Ain't no inside game no more. I don't know how y'all say y'all like NBA. There used to be an outside game, an inside game, a fast break, defense. Now it's just outside game. There's no inside game. Oh, gee, you remember when he ran to Miami talk about he was going to win multiple championships? Yeah, I remember he went. As far as him leaving Cleveland and going to Miami, that was something that people really did not do. The only way you went to another team is if your team really wanted to make a trade. It wasn't like you just going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So whatever team you was on, that's what team you was on. So that's why I respect people like Charles Barkley, because he just, you know what I'm saying? He waited and they traded him. They traded him. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a minute. I got some people. I gotta tell them a fake story. I got some people want me to go out to dinner, and they picked a place that don't got nothing I could eat. My cousin and his brother, and they supposed to want to meet me right now. I'm gonna tell them, oh man, I gotta go to the moon, man. Bro, I don't want to hurt their feelings and say, why y'all pick a restaurant knowing I can't eat there? And it's just all meat and steak and stuff. Hold on, y'all. Let me run a commercial while I do this. Yeah, these dudes on the side note, they want to go to dinner. We went to the first dinner. We went to the Cheesecake Factory where I can get food and they can get food. They meat eaters. Second time went to Benihana where I can get food and they can get food. This time they want to take me to some steak place. I went and looked. It's nothing I can eat nowhere. It's really disrespect, but I don't be telling people. I keep stuff to myself. So rather than say, man, why y'all, and make something out of it, I'm just like, oh, I can't make it. Oh, no, I can't. I'm just going to spend them. You know what I mean? Well, we went 3 times. So we went 3 times. So the other brother wanted to pick. You know what I'm saying? The other brother wanted to pick. Well, this is our 3rd time going. The first time I was the one suggested the Cheesecake Factory. The next time we all sat there and we suggested Benihana. Then when we was at Benihana, the other one said, next time we're going to the chop shop. We're going to the steakhouse, he said. So right when he said, next time we're going to the steakhouse, I knew I wasn't going to go. And it's like, I don't feel like explaining myself. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Elijah? I don't feel like explaining myself. Like, man, y'all pick somewhere I ain't got nothing to eat. I ain't got nothing to eat. I'm not going to go there as a plant-based vegan and try to have to squirm around at a steakhouse where they got lobster, shrimp, and all this, and then it's cross-contamination in the kitchen. They ain't got not one. They ain't got no vegan meals, none. They ain't even got no vegetables and stuff. Yeah, everything got meat in it. But I'm not going to that. But I don't want to tell them because, I just like to keep everything smooth. I told him, man, I gotta go get PJ. That's all. I'm not finna. I shouldn't have to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I, I shouldn't have to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? So them last two dinners was the last one. I ain't going no more. I ain't going no more. Every time I say we're gonna go do something, I say, "Oh man, well, I'll let you know when I'm available." And I ain't gonna never be available because you know what I'm saying. I don't like to. You know what I mean? It's just no. It's just weird. No courtesy. You know, they had no courtesy. They just want to go where they want to go. So let them go where they want to go. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing diplomacy by not telling them the real reason I ain't coming. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell them they supposed to know that already. You went with me once, twice. You seen me order vegan food. Why would you take me somewhere and you ain't checked to see if they got? You know what I'm saying? That's like me. I didn't take them to no vegan restaurant, Will. I didn't take them to no vegan restaurant. I took them to a restaurant, got both kind of food. See what I'm saying? I wouldn't take them to no vegan restaurant because they're not vegans. That would be the same disrespect they showing me. So that's why I didn't take them to the restaurant like y'all. Y'all eat plant-based food. They don't. So I took them somewhere where everybody could eat, but they not taking me nowhere where everybody can eat. Because there's restaurants where everybody can eat. We could have went to a Thai restaurant. You know what I'm saying? We could have went to a Thai restaurant. We could have went to an Indian restaurant. We could have went to an Ethiopian restaurant. Period. They won't go to steakhouse. Let them go. uh-uh. So back to what I was talking about, you know, LeBron, and y'all follow me on Vegan Intel, www.youtube.com/. So yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it no more. Upset with you about what? What you do, Glenn? When people come over here, I don't be remembering that stuff. Uh, Glenn, once I log off, I log off. I don't be carrying this. I don't be carrying this throughout my day. I got too much stuff to do, so I don't really know. I don't even know what you did, bro. You know how many people be in my chat? I can't remember y'all. I can only remember my faithful people that been in the chat a long time. But somebody that just come in the chat and ain't been there that much, I don't know. I'm not really thinking about you, so I don't know what you mean, upset. And Set and Kemet is the devil, so I'm never up the devil. So now I don't hold no I don't do that when I come over here. Every time I come over here, it's a fresh live. I start fresh. I don't carry nothing from the other live. You know what I'm saying? So back to the conversation. They need to make LeBron sit down. It's time for him to sit down. You know, I think, you know, like I said, I think him and the NBA, I think the NBA ruined the sport of basketball with him. I think they was thirsty. Let me tell you why I think they ruined the game. Michael Jordan had become so big that what happened is he wasn't just making money for the Bulls. He was making money for the whole league. So when you're selling these seats, courtside seats, people would buy those seats to sell them. So I pay so much thousands for season tickets courtside. And then when certain games come, I sell them. Now, when Michael Jordan is coming, I could get the max dollar. The stadium gonna sell out. So as Jordan goes around the country, all the other teams make money. See what I'm saying? Because everybody want to see Jordan. So once they see that to push a superstar up like that, it bring money to all the stadiums. They wanted to keep doing it, but they couldn't do it organically. They first it was organic. They had Dr. J. Dr. J was really the first basketball player that everybody wanted to see. You always had good players. You always had Will. You always had them, but the league wasn't. The basketball wasn't that big. The NBA didn't get big until the ABA folded. And when the players from the ABA came to the NBA, that's when the NBA went to the next level. Because that's when they got Dr. J. Dr. J used to play with the red, white, and blue ball in the ABA. So that's where they got George McGinnis, Dr. J. I think Artis Gilmore came from over there. And that's when the NBA started to go. Now, this is right behind the Black Power movement. Black is beautiful. So Dr. Dre had that big old afro, and he was flying and dunking that ball like that because nobody was really dunking like that. They would just jump up and just dunk it in, they would just jump up and just dunk it in, centers a little bit. But Dr. J, the one made the dunk a household name. So he was the first player that everybody running home to see Dr. J. So typically, all I did was like the Bulls. But when Philadelphia was come, we would go to see Dr. J. But see, the reason I say we wasn't no fanboys, because the people in Philadelphia, they was cheering for the Philadelphia. They not cheering for Dr. J. So sports, you was always cheering for your team. Now people would go to see an amazing player, but we never really fanned out for no individual player like that. That wasn't a part of sports. Only little children did that. You take your kids because your son want to see Willie Mays. Your son be fanned out, little boys. But the adults, we never was fanned out for no player because the main thing with sports is your team. You was into the team winning. You was into the team. So we was always into team sports. And then when LeBron came, they kind of messed the game up. They made the game like they individualized the game. That's the worst thing they could have ever did, is when they individualized the game. And a lot of real sports fans is complaining. They've been complaining. They've been saying, bring back the East versus the West. Nobody wants to see no Team LeBron. It's disrespectful. I'm not. So who we supposed to, if we in Chicago and this Team LeBron versus Team Durant, who Chicago supposed to, who we supposed to root for? None of them is from Chicago. None of them. What is it? They don't represent the East. They don't represent the West. They represent LeBron and Durant. And when historians look back, this is going to be the worst era in basketball. They're going to always talk about, well, then we had that period where we didn't have the All-Star game with the East and the West. That was a bad period. Wonder what the records would be. They stopped the whole record, so no records been taken consistently. That was the dumbest shit ever. You've been taking records of the East versus the West all them years, and you just throw tradition away. That's what's wrong with the younger generation. They don't respect Tradition. They don't know the difference. They don't know tradition. You can't always be making up no new shit. You got to stick with the tradition. And the NBA didn't stick with the tradition. So it was a whole big fiasco of clown stuff. Because I watched bro when he came. And he was good. I watched Cleveland all the time. He was good. He was good, but they formulated him into a different type of player. So it's not all his fault. The NBA let that happen. The coaches let that happen. The old school coaches, he would have had to play with everybody else. He would not have been up at the top of the key dribbling that ball like that. Plus, the new players, they ain't got no inside game. The inside game is just whack. And like basketball ain't no good if you don't got the inside game. If you're just shooting threes and shooting jumpers, that ain't no good. That's why Ja Morant was going to be the face of the NBA, because he was cutting and going to the hole. You know what I'm saying? They talking about doing the world versus USA. Yeah, they just going to ruin it. They don't ruin the sport. I don't watch it. I don't watch sports. Sports is phony. Soon as the sports come on and they say brought to you by DraftKings, you already know the mob control it. How the hell is any sport brought to you by gambling? But yet they won't let Pete Rose go into the Hall of Fame for gambling. Now make this make sense. They won't let Pete Rose go into the Hall of Fame for gambling, but all the sports is brought to you by DraftKings. You feel me? Yeah, you know, maybe I go way back because your daddy used to take me. So my daddy used to take me to the Bulls with Chet Walker and Bob Love. You know what I'm saying? So I go back way back to that. I've been watching basketball back then. Earl to Pearl Monroe in New York, Walt Frazier, downtown Freddie Brown, like that. You know what I'm saying? I go back to the basketball from way back. And as soon as we get through watching basketball, if it's daytime, we go right outside and play. On Sunday, we watch them first, and we go out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Pete Rose was white. Pete Rose was white. They just letting you know, that it's brought to you by DraftKings. So, okay, yeah, the tank fight, yeah, it's a tie. You know what I'm saying? Brought to you by DraftKings. You know, that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Brought to you by gambling. Gambling mean the fix is in. The fix is in. So the LeBron era ruined the NBA. History gonna say that. You know what I mean? He not the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Playing 50,000 years, talking about how many points you got and you hogging the ball and shit. He ain't the fucking GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Steph Curry finna probably pass him. You know what I mean? He ain't, people like he was the GOAT. He's not the GOAT. You don't get no respect for playing forever and shooting all the time and hogging the ball and then saying you got a certain amount of points. Bro, you should have 1 billion points. You hog the ball and you shoot on, you stand up on top of the key and launch threes all day. Because I don't know no game he got. The last time I seen him have a game, good play, could really play, was in Cleveland. Once he leave Cleveland, I don't remember no good playing. You know, I don't remember it. No good playing. If I did, I would say I remember it, but I don't remember no good playing from him. Not that I can remember. He ain't no. I don't know, but I don't. I don't remember no good playing from him. I mean, he can't compare to a lot of people. There's a lot of people that was better than LeBron. LeBron just got the chance to hog the ball. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He ain't. Come on, man. You know what I mean? But whatever. You know, people make it up as they go, but he ain't no. He ain't no highlight reel like that to me. I can name a lot of players I'd rather see than him. You know what I mean? I ain't saying he can't play. I'm just saying they had him big old dude playing the wrong position and they just had him dribbling the ball too much. It was like it was just like come watch LeBron and the hell with everybody else. You know? It was like come watch LeBron. It was weird. Like what about the other dudes on the team? Like the hell with them. King James. It's like, wow. Yeah. I think it messed the game up. To me. He was athletic. Like I said, I watched him as a shorty when he first came. But as far as like that wow, nah. He wasn't like no Sean Kemp. I'd go see Sean Kemp before I go see LeBron. For sure. I'd go see Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp is a way more exciting player than LeBron could ever be in his life. For real. There's a lot of players way better than dude, way more exciting, way more worth watching than him. To me, he could play, but not on the level of where they trying to say, because he's not exciting like that. He's really boring because he just be out there dribbling the ball a bit all day, slowing the damn game down. You know what I'm saying? He ain't that. Not if you've been watching real basketball like me. Now, if you ain't been watching basketball all them years, then I understand because that's all you ever seen. So if that's all you ever seen, then he probably is the GOAT to you. But if you've seen Sean Kemp, if you've seen Dominique, you'll know that no, he ain't no exciting like that. Okay? But y'all ain't never seen Dominique. Dominique, the only reason Dominique ain't the man is because of Michael Jordan. At that time, you had Sean Kemp, you had Clyde Drexler, you had Dominique. They was all fire. It's just Michael was just, Michael. LeBron had not faced that level of competition. Seriously, the NBA don't got that level of competition no more. Nah, they ain't. The last competitive NBA was Kobe. Dennis Rodman was better than who? Dennis Rodman wasn't better than no LeBron. Dennis Rodman wasn't better than LeBron. Dennis Rodman was just the guy, the work dog. He wasn't no, he couldn't shoot. Like Dennis couldn't shoot, bro. Dennis just get rebounds and roll on the ground and fight. Dennis couldn't shoot. What are you talking? What? Dennis Rodman could not shoot, bro. He was just to get rebounds and play defense. He could not shoot at all. Y'all just be saying anything. Now, LeBron is a good player. LeBron didn't get to play as good as he could play because the NBA messed his game up. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. If they would have let this LeBron play the way he was supposed to play, yeah, he would have been all that. They changed him. Anybody watch LeBron in Cleveland? Did LeBron play like that when he got to Miami? No. No. His game went down. He changed his game. And by the time he left Miami and went back to Cleveland, his game was gone. They had messed his whole game up. I mean, if you're going to be honest, they never let this LeBron develop. This LeBron was a beast, but they killed him. They came out with the stay 50,000 miles back and shoot. And it's like when people like Steph Curry got to shooting all them threes, the coaches messed up the game because the coaches started letting the big men do it. But the coaches should have been like, no, let the guards do that and you go play and be a power forward, a small forward or a power forward or a center. But now they trying to let everybody be Steph Curry. So a big old 7-foot motherfucker out there shooting threes all day. Nobody want to see that, bro. We want to see all the different parts of basketball. We like the shooter, but we like the guy to go to the hole too. Then we like the center to power down and dunk. We need all that. You know what I'm saying? We need all of that. Dennis wasn't Mike's man. Dennis was dudes, man. You know what I mean? Dennis wasn't Mike's man. Mike ain't got nothing to do with that. Mike was not the man, okay, in Chicago. Mike wasn't the man for the Bulls. Mike wasn't the man. For the Bulls. Mike didn't make none of that happen. Mike didn't make none of them championships and none of that shit happen. I've been saying that for years. Mike was a great player and he went out there and made things happen. But the greatest Bull wasn't Michael Jordan. For real. The greatest bull was Jerry. Jerry was the greatest bull. Jerry the one. Jerry the one that got Horace Grant and Pippen. He the one. This is the man that made them win. Not Michael. Jerry was the one that got 4 centers that really wasn't that good, but it's 4 of them. So your good center, he constantly got a center on him. There's not nobody can name all of the Bulls centers when they won them 6 championships. That's how many centers we had. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Name the centers that played for the 6 championship. Nobody, I can't do it. I can't remember all them dudes. Remember, they had a whole bunch of centers. And then they would go get they'd go get like they had got Robert Parrish. They were switching me in and out. They constantly kept 4, 5 centers. They had if you got 6 fouls, they got 5 centers, they got 30 fouls. You know what I'm saying? Wimbington, Bill Winnington, I can't even name them. Bill Cartwright, I can't name them. It's a whole bunch of them. What's the big dude? Tom something. Was it Tom something? I can't name them all. Will Purdue, Luke Longley. Yeah, Luke. I'm thinking about Luke. I can't even name them all. He was the genius behind that. Scott Williams. I mean, it was genius. He the one that went and got Dennis Rodman. This was the man. We wouldn't have won nothing without him. This was the man. Then Michael. But this the man. But Chicago, a lot of Chicagoans don't even know that. This was the man. He was a genius. He was like the best. He knew how to put a team together to beat your team. He looked at the other teams and said, what do we need to beat them? That's how we won the 6, this dude right here. He the one went and got Rodman. You know what I'm saying? The reason he fired everybody is because they didn't want to do like what the Lakers just did. He was smart. But the Bulls organization won't listen to him. It was time to change. Michael should have just retired. He shouldn't have went nowhere else. Dude was doing what was best for Mike. He was trying to let Mike know, Mike, get out now. You won 6. Get out. Retire. Mike didn't want to retire, but he should have. Mike should have retired. It was time to shake the team up. Like I said, dude was a genius. After Bulls won 6, he was ready to get a new team, but Chicago didn't let him do what he do. You know what I'm saying? You got to get rid of everybody and build a whole new team. You understand? But they didn't want to listen to the dude. You know what I'm saying? You have to break them teams up early. You know what I'm saying? It would have worked, but nobody wanted to listen to him. And then the Bulls, the only mistake they made is the Bulls Wouldn't let you have no type of gangster look. You couldn't have no tattoos or nothing. But what happened was because Mike didn't retire, it made Jerry look like he just got rid of Mike. So then other players didn't want to come because they felt like, how y'all gonna do Mike like that? But Jerry didn't do nothing to Mike. Mike did that to Mike. Mike should have sat his ass down. It was over with. Mike, when Mike went to the other teams, he was injured. He couldn't hardly play. He was out there playing injured. When Mike went to the Wizards, he was injured all the time. His career was over. He was just out there limping. It was over with. He should have just retired. Jerry and them knew he was finished. They wasn't going to keep pushing him like that. Mike was done. That would have been best for his legacy. Quit while you ahead. Quit while you on top. No, Mike was hard-headed. Got out there and damaged his legacy. He damaged his legacy a little bit, kept playing. He should have quit. Boom, that's it. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I'm gone. He wanted to keep playing your competitor, but he should have sat down. I don't know what the hell he wanted to own them for. That was a waste of money, waste of time. He should have retired. He should have retired and went up in the front office for the Bulls. Like a G. Fuck you go to Washington for. He should have retired. He should have really retired and went in the front office. All he had to do is retire, sit down for a while. He Michael Jordan. You know how much money he would have made just retired if he retired right after 6 rings? You know how much money he would have made? When he keep that legacy up like that, when he kept going playing, then it go down. If he retired, you know how much money he would have made just making appearances. He would have made millions just appearances. Commercials. His commercial endorsements would have went through the roof. Once you go to the Wizards, your commercial endorsement is going to go down. That's Mike being stubborn and just wanted to show people he could still play instead of sit his goofy ass down. He should have sat down. Yeah, he should have sat down. He should have never went and tried to buy the Wizards or none of that. What the fuck you need with the Wizards? He lost money with the Wizards. He had to sell that team. If he wanted to coach, he should have retired and then just came back as a coach. Wait till he can come back as a coach. He shouldn't have been playing no more. He looked crazy out there playing for the Wizards. Damaged his image. I understand because he was a big man, so nobody couldn't tell him nothing. So even if you would have told him, Mike, sit down. You done made enough money. What is you doing? He was competitive, but he couldn't really compete. He got out there and played, but I mean, nobody cares about Michael as no Wizard. You know what I'm saying? LeBron's a good player, though. You know what I mean? The NBA messed LeBron up because the NBA started letting them boys shoot all them threes and then ruined the game. The NBA ruined the game with the threes, letting them shoot the coaches. The coaches don't know how to coach, and they just letting them just launch threes, and it's boring. You run down, shoot a three, run back, shoot a three, run back. Nobody want to watch that. We want to see an inside game, outside game, inside game, outside game, fast break, defense. We want to see real basketball. We don't want to see nobody score no 400 points at the All-Star game. When you start doing stuff like that, now you're ruining the sport. You know what I'm saying? When you start doing stuff like that, scoring 400 points, you ruining the game. You ruining the game. You know, they ruined the game. I don't know how they're gonna get their viewers back. I wouldn't watch that shit. It's trash. Yeah, I wouldn't watch it. Ain't no way I'd watch it. Ain't no way. I barely want to watch this fight tonight because these fights is getting. I gotta think if I'm gonna watch that. But I mean, this is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? This is ridiculous. 397 points in the All-Star game, almost 400 points. No, they don't, Bonaz. You know, come on, man. 397 points at the All-Star game. Who gonna watch that shit? They can't get nobody to watch the All-Star game because it's whack. The players is all divas, like Deion Sanders' son. So the players is all divas. So they don't play hard at the All-Star game. They're like, man, I'm a multimillionaire. I'm not finna play no basketball. You know, they all divas. You know, they all divas. So they don't even want to play. I watched a lot of coaches talk about it. They said we can't get them to play. They don't want to play at the All-Star game. They're just out there. They don't want to play for real. They all divas and shit. Like LeBron. That's why I like LeBron. LeBron turned into a lady, like a girl. He turned into like a diva. A big old dude like that. He was always crying to the refs. You know? Like, bruh. He was like a big old spoiled kid. You know, just out there chasing the record books. The record books was something you just was supposed to be playing and break the records. You wasn't supposed to chase it. That's why I don't respect LeBron's scoring record. Because, bro, you were supposed to just do that in the course of the game. Now you went out to do that. Crazy. Bunch of big old divas. Look at Anthony Davis from Chicago. A big old nothing. You know what I'm saying? Big as his ass is. He couldn't play worth shit because he was a diva. He used to could play, but once they get that money and they get to playing around, they get soft. Cries way to $1 billion. I don't know. I don't know. It's cool. We want to see everybody get the bag, but you got to still have integrity for the sport, or you just sell out. You're just selling out the sport. So everybody chasing the bag and they selling out everything. Ain't nothing. It's all the money and the fans lose. Anytime people just chasing the money, then they're gonna rob the fans. Basically. And so a lot of people, Terrence, a lot of brothers, you'll kiss another man in the mouth if they gave you $1 billion. You ain't got no integrity. That's basically what you're saying. No integrity. You've been over for $1 billion. Huh, Terrence? Terrence will Terrence a kiss that is robbing in the mouth for $1 billion. Gambling messing up all the sports. But the coaches ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? The coaches ain't no good. You know what I mean? Yeah, Bobby, it's horrible. It's horrible. Football getting there. Football, baseball, baseball, all of them sports is like a strike. Today this is a strike. Tomorrow that's a strike. The next day that's a strike. In the NBA, they be like, the refs are letting them play today. I'm like, so what was the refs letting them do yesterday? You know, they tell you right there. They be like, the refs is letting them play today. What? See, if the NBA has some integrity, they'll tell announcers, don't say that. They've got to play every day. But the announcers be on there, the refs are letting them play today, which means the refs wasn't letting them play yesterday and the day before. That's what that means. If you saying you letting them play today, that mean on the other days you wasn't letting them play. And they let them say that. That's why I don't watch it. Because I can't wait for the day the refs letting them play. I want to see them play every day that they out there. They be like, the refs letting them play today. Then today, all this stuff is a foul. 2 days ago, none of that stuff was a foul. It's like, what the hell am I watching? If you're really into sports and you're an athlete like me, I really played sports. I love sports. I can't. Once I see it's phony, how am I supposed to enjoy it? So I really just can't enjoy it because it's phony. It looks rigged. Y'all seen that Super Bowl? That Super Bowl didn't look rigged. It looked phony as hell. It just didn't look right. It looked weird. Y'all seen that Super Bowl? Did you see when it was over? It's like you couldn't really cheer unless you was from Philadelphia. But if you were just a football fan, it was weird. It was strange. I was like, this game is weird. Man, I believe they got all kind of stuff in that ball, them footballs and them basketballs. I believe they can make them basketballs go in the. They got magnets in them balls. They got magnets in them balls. I seen the defense. The defense was playing real good, but the game was weird though. The defense was playing real good. I ain't gonna take it from them, but the game, it was just something. It was something. It was just something. Pittsburgh definitely had a good team, but it was just, I ain't saying, I'm not going to say straight out they helped them win, but the game was weird. It was just something strange about it. Like all these, I be watching these sports, it just don't, I don't know. It just be strange. You know, they can get out there and they can do something early in the game, and that just changed the whole game. It don't take nothing but two little things early in the game, right? And then it could change the whole game. The whole game be thrown off. Like they got it down to an art. Like they can do little stuff at the beginning of the game, right? And then, you know what I'm saying? BW, I was trying to watch it. I watched it, but when it was over, I felt like Philly played really good. But as far as just a sports fan watching the game, I didn't get that feeling like that. Not to mention that halftime show. Oh, that was just horrible. That America is just gone. It's just fanned out. It's just totally fanned out. Because that Kendrick show was just trash. Like, but if you're a fan, you're gonna like it anyway. So you're just gonna ride with it. You know what I'm saying? Because you like it, you want to see it. You come out, you gonna. But that was weird too. That halftime show, the Samuel Jackson as Uncle Sam and all that. It was. I was like, what is? I was tripping. I was like, what is this? You know, it was weird as hell. You know what I'm saying? It was really weird. All them gay dudes dancing. You know what I'm saying? And you try to talk some pro-black stuff when you got all these homosexual dancers. You know. Then you got this old ass chick, and she married to a white dude, and she got a blonde wig on her head and then bleached her skin, and she crip walking. And it was like, what? Like Serena crip walking. Like, why you ain't getting no young niggas that really crip walk to do it? Why ain't had Dub C come out there? That's what I would have had. If I wanted to have crip walking, I would have had Dub C come out there. But you got Serena, that was like, what? The chick that bleached her skin and she had this long blonde wig on, and I was like, what the hell? It was weird as hell. You know what I'm saying? Not really. It was just phony. She was just riding the Kendrick wave, like I guess the California wave. I don't know what it was. You know, it was weird. That was weird too. That now that's all that whole Drake thing, to see so many men in that, that's feminine too. It's like that's feminine. The the battle was great, but the vibe after the battle was just horrendous. It was make you want to puke. It was just the amount of emotions people put into it. Men, they just didn't like Drake. That was like as sissified as you could get. Like, bro, you really give a damn? So you really don't like Drake because of a battle? Because Kendrick in a battle? You could see that the brainwashing of the public. You could see it. You could see that they got the public. You know what I mean? And people was just, instead of it being a good battle, they ruined the battle afterwards. They totally ruined. They took all the rapping out of it and made it like some personal hate on Drake. Like grown men don't like Drake, and it's like I had somebody ask me about Drake. I'm like, Drake. They want to know what I think about Drake. I said I don't think about Drake. Like what? But they thinking about Drake because of the battle. I don't like Drake. I said, you a dude. You a dude. What I look like not liking Drake, that's weird as hell. I'm not even thinking about Drake. You got to think about him to not like him. You really think about dude every day? Really? Somebody asked me what I think about Drake. I was like, I don't think about Drake or Kendrick. I just watched the battle. When the battle is over, it's over. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm not thinking about either one of them. I don't even like women that I see on TV and stuff. If I can't touch it, then I ain't really into women if I can't get up in them or be around them. I'm not ooh ahhing no lady on the TV or nothing like that. She just on the TV. I can't even holler at her. I'm not finna go home and put no posters up, and shit. Some lady on the TV. She just a lady on the TV. But people was tripping. That was disgusting. They still into that. Men, they don't like Drake. That's some weird ass shit. Like, I don't like Drake. I don't like Kendrick. I don't even know Kendrick or Drake. Now, you can ask me about their music, and I can tell you which music I like the best, but that ain't got nothing to do with them. I like Drake's music better. I don't really like Kendrick's music, but music is a personal thing. Just like some people like chocolate cake, some people like vanilla, some people like chocolate ice cream, some people like strawberry. So that's nothing to argue over either. It's just your own personal preference. If I had to pick between the two, I would pick Drake. I wouldn't listen to either one of them. I would listen to Drake if I got a woman in the car, though. I would never listen to Kendrick, but I would play Drake if I'm in the car with a lady. I would play Drake. I would never play Kendrick. This is not my type. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they talking about pro black, because I'm really that. So that's not pro black. I don't know what it is, but it's not. It's not pro black. You know what I'm saying? Because if you pro black, your whole performance and everything is gonna be pro black. You're not gonna have all them gay men dancing. You're not gonna have this chick with this blonde hair in her head trying to look like a white woman. You're not gonna do none of that. You're gonna be conscious of that. Because you're gonna be like the black woman need to wear natural hair. So you ain't finna if you really black conscious, you're not finna have Serena up there. You're not finna have all these sissies up here dancing with these wigs and shit in their head if you really black conscious. That's bootleg black conscious. And you ain't finna have no dude dressed up like Uncle Sam, because if you really black conscious, you don't like Uncle Sam. So you ain't gonna want no red, white, and blue up there. You ain't gonna do red, white, and blue. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna have none of that stuff if you really black conscious. You ain't gonna have none of that. And if you black conscious, you ain't finna get in front of all them white people and disrespect no brother who daddy black. You don't do that either. You're gonna battle Drake, you're gonna do that shit, then you're gonna leave that alone. Cause that's a black man's son. So if you black conscious, you're gonna still respect Drake daddy. You're gonna respect Drake daddy, and you're not gonna go up there and disrespect another artist that's close to you for the pleasure of all these white people. That's cooning. So Kendrick was up there cooning, disrespecting the brother Drake for the pleasure of some people that don't like Drake or Kendrick. Them people out there are spitting both of their faces. That's a fact. If he think they like him, he crazy. Because they was complaining. A lot of whites didn't want him there performing. So you up here talking about they not like us in front of all these white people. That was like fucking oxymoron. Who not like who? You know what I'm saying? I'm confused. You in here, the whole white stadium talking about they not like us. What? With a whole bunch of sissies up there dancing. Because you can't get no straight men to do them routines. I'm just saying. I ain't got nothing against gay people. I'm just saying that's not pro black conscious with weirdos dancing. You know what I'm saying? They did. They bootleg. They not pro-black. All you got to do is not be the other stuff, and then they call you pro-black, G-Rock. So all you got to do is not be drill, not be trap, not be talking about sex and stuff, and then automatically they say you conscious. But you ain't got to say nothing conscious, and you ain't got to stand on nothing conscious at all. It could just be up there. So I thought it was weird. I watched the performance. I didn't like it. The audience didn't like it at all. I'm like, this is the wrong audience for him. You know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, y'all gonna put him up here to say they not like us? Who not like who, bro? I'm confused. He's a like an artistic rapper. He's not pro-black. He's artistic. That's why he got all them dancers and all that. When he do his shows and he go on his tours, it be like artistic, almost like rap play, like a play. You know what I'm saying? So he's in his own lane. All his shows be like that. He Jesus Christ or something like that. It's always got, you know what I'm saying? It's like an artistic type play, and he's rapping. He's like theatrical, which is cool though. Which is cool because in the music business, if somebody like it, then it's good. So I can't say it ain't no good because people like it. So whatever he's doing is definitely good. So a lot of people understand just because you don't like something don't mean it's not good. It just means it's not for your acquired taste. So he's not for my taste. But is he good? Yes, he's good. Because if a lot of people like him, then he's good. So he's exceptionally good. People love him. It just ain't my type of rap. I don't like his voice. Sound like a chipmunk or something. You know, that shit sound weird to me. You know what I mean? I'm on some man time. Oh yeah, that's how YouTube started because the founder couldn't find any clips of Janet Jackson halftime incident. Wow, I didn't know that. That's good to know. Shout out to YouTube. So yeah, LeBron, hopefully he retires. He's done enough. I still respect him in the game, what he did for the game. You know, uh, I feel like this season was a failure for him because he only played because he wanted to play with his son. And I think once his son couldn't cut it, he found out that he was just out there for nothing. Because if it wasn't for his son, LeBron would have retired. LeBron would have never came back. But he wanted to come back and make that historical move with his son, which turned out to be a flop because his son wasn't ready and it was just too much pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason he came back. He ain't coming back. He gonna retire. The Lakers don't want him back over there no more. They say, bro, go sit down. Go sit down. So I expect him to retire. All the stress. That's why he was in Stephen A. Smith. Like he's stressed out. He tried to help his son. I can't hate on him for that. And nepotism is something that you're gonna do. I feel like if you got a business and stuff like that, nepotism is all right, but a lot of times you mess your business up because you bring in a family member and they can't cut it, and then business don't go well. But nepotism is cool. Just in sports, nepotism is the hardest in sports because no matter who it is, can they play? Can they cut it? So I can't just bring my son. Can he cut it? Because he gonna have to cut it, and that's where sports nepotism don't work in sports. You have to still be able to handle the job. Bronny ain't no NBA player like that. Bronny can't even beat his little brother. Little brother dog him. Bronny don't look like he no NBA player. You know what I'm saying? Look how big his daddy is, and look at his side. You know what I mean? That was a failure. You know what I'm saying? But I still wish the best for LeBron. But I hope the NBA go back to the tradition, man. Enough of the clown stuff, okay? Okay, LeBron, thank you for your service. Go have a whole seat. Let's get back to some real basketball. You know what I'm saying? Bring East versus West back. No, they want to do the US versus the world. You know what? This is where the NBA ruined the All-Star game at. This is where the All-Star game, this is where they start losing at. They start losing when Kenny Smith and all of them started hosting the All-Star game. That's when the All-Star game turned to crap. And it never could rebound. Because they was doing all this old stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when Kenny Smith was all out on the court? It took him forever to set everything up for the slam dunk. Then dudes missed the slam dunk 9 times they trying to do, and then just go do anything just to get it in the basket. Y'all remember that? All of that. That's when the All-Star game, man, it was over with. Y'all remember? They taking long ass breaks. Y'all remember? They started taking long ass breaks. It was horrible. The slam dunk contest wasn't flowing. They taking long breaks so they could bring a car out there. Remember? Remember they started bringing cars and stuff? And then dudes missed 9 times. Dudes missed 4 times in a row and then just do any old dunk. And Kenny out there, you know, he walked funny. I think he got bad feet or bad legs or something. So he out there walking like a cripple. When they started doing this, man, you had to wait forever for them to get the car out there. And then it was a Kia. It wasn't even an American car. How embarrassing. It's the National Basketball Association. You know what I'm saying? It's the National Basketball Association, brought to you by Kia. God damn, America and fell off. Brought to you by Kia. Not Cadillac, not Ford, not Chevy, not Dodge. Kia? Really? This one it had They got the dude. He what? He out the sunroof, and you're gonna jump over the dude, and he's out the sunroof and dunk. Oh, that was so corny. It was downhill all after that. They started running out of stuff to do. Yeah, not need. Yeah, they started running out of stuff to do. I was like, what the hell? So that got boring. Then the superstars wouldn't get in the All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason a lot of us, we don't respect LeBron. He ain't no Kobe. He ain't no Jordan. Because he wouldn't even get his punk ass in the All-Star game. On my soul. Come on, bro. You ain't going to get in the All-Star game. You ain't that damn. How you the big man and you ain't in the All-Star game? That was whack. You know what I'm saying? Because them real ones used to get in the All-Star game. As soon as they come in the NBA, he the only big superstar that never really got in the All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? Like these two. These two went, they got in. They didn't get in the dunk contest. LeBron, the only big superstar like that they trying to compare to these two that didn't win the dunk contest. You know what I'm saying? These two won the dunk contest. How y'all trying to compare him to them? He's scary. He ain't got no slam dunk trophy. Who remembered Michael Jordan against Dominique Wilkins? And Dominique was wearing the pumps. And Michael Jordan was wearing the Air Jordans. And Dominique ran and dunked and missed. And Michael Jordan dunked and won. And they asked her, what you think happened with Dominique? And Michael said, he probably didn't pump them shoes up enough. That was as gangster as it get. Knocked the pumps right out the game. And that's the day Air Jordans took over, for people that don't know. Air Jordans took over the day when Michael Jordan went against Dominique and everybody was wearing them pumps that you pump up. I forgot what company that was that made the pump. Nike made the Jordans, and I forgot the company that made the pumps. Everybody wanted them shoes you pump up. And Dominique had the pumps on. That year, him and Michael Jordan was killing the game. They was getting Reebok pumps, yeah. And that year, Michael Jordan and Dominique was killing the game. It was 3 players that was killing the game. Michael Jordan, Dominique, and the brother that ended up coming to Chicago. Dang, man. The brother that ended up coming to Chicago was killing the game that year. He ended up playing with the Bulls. They was outscoring everybody in the NBA. Not Vince Carter, the other brother. Dang, man. I can't think of his name. The brother with the bald head that ended up playing on the Bulls. Dang, man, I can't think of dude's name. They was killing the NBA. Ron Harper. Yep, Ron Harper. That year, it was Dominique, Michael Jordan, and Ron Harper was killing the league. Right behind him was Sean Kemp and who was on the Portland Trail Blazers, and dude on the Clyde Drexler. Them was the 5 superstars of the league at that time. They was giving all the props to Clyde Drexler. They was giving Clyde Drexler more props than they was giving Sean Kemp. But then was the five that was making all the noise. You know what I'm saying? At that time when that dunk contest, Ron Harper was killing, like for 2 years, Ron Harper was just like killing the game, just like killing it. Those was the top five that everybody wanted to see. And it came down to the dunk contest between Dominique and Jordan. And Dominique missed, and Michael said he didn't must not have pumped them shoes up. I know, that was crazy. And then I seen when Kobe came the first year and got in the dunk contest, like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that year, them was the big players in the league. Ron Harper, Dominique, Jordan, Sean Kemp, and what's the name? They was the five big players. You know what I'm saying? At that time when they had that dunk contest right there. And Clyde Drexler. That's the people that Mike pushed out the way. Clyde Drexler, Sean Kemp, Dominique, Ron Harper. Them was the people that was like considered around his size, and them the people that he pushed out the way. Because he wasn't considered matched up with Isaiah and those. They was matching them up with the dunkers. And them was the dunkers. Them was the crazy dunkers. Them five was the crazy dunkers in the game. We had people could dunk, but these dudes were doing crazy dunks in the game. I remember some games it'd be like Mike scored 50, Harper scored 49, shit like that. Mike scored 45, Dominique scored 46. It was crazy. Elbow games was crazy. Clyde Drexler don't get no props. Smooth as butter. He was serious, boy. That boy could score all day, all night. He just had a quiet demeanor and just go out there and bust 49 on you. Quietly. Respectfully. Always kept his composure. Clyde was tripped out. Always kept his composure. Harper was an assassin. Clyde the Drat. Clyde always kept his composure. Always kept his composure. Never seen him get out of character. All the players liked him because he was so mellow. He wasn't a player that nobody would like get into it with. Everybody liked Clyde. Boy could hoop like it wasn't no, boy, what? What? But when it come to the dunking, yeah, he played exactly like Jordan. But when it came to the dunking, the crazy dunk, it was Sean Kemp was the craziest. It wasn't Jordan. Sean Kemp was the crazy one. Sean Kemp was the most aggressive one going to the hole. He was something was wrong with him. Sean Kemp was more aggressive than all of them because Mike had a lot of quick, smooth moves. You know, Mike had a lot of quick moves. Sean Kemp was always, so he was the most aggressive dunker. Sean Kemp was just something was wrong with him. He was jumped from the free throw line. I got bam. He was crazy all the time. He went to the hole. He didn't do no soft shots. It's like, this dude don't do no soft shots. You know what I'm saying? Oakley was cool, but Oakley was with the big men, like the dudes they had up in New York. They like to fight Anthony Mason in there. He go in there with Mason, Barkley. That's a whole different caliber. They big like bullies, but they didn't have that in the air type like that. They just going in, like more gorilla style. Daryl Dawkins. Dominique was the most fearless. I would have to get that to Mike because Dominique didn't have to face the Pistons all that much. You out there with them hacks. You had to really be that. They was trying to kill Mike. So as far as the most fearless, I had to get that to Mike. Dominique didn't have no fear either, but Dominique was smooth though. Dominique was smooth. Dominique was getting his points without nobody seeing it. So Dominique was just getting his points, just dunking on your ass without you really being able to pay no attention. It ain't till the game over that you see Dominique got 52 points. You're like, God damn, he got 52. Like he was kind of, I don't know. He was like a magician kind of. Like he scored a lot of points, but Dominique, this what described Dominique. He always at the free throw line. That's why I remember Dominique. He always at the free throw line. You got foul, dude. You got foul. That's how I remember Dominique. Always at the free throw line. Yeah, I'm saying. Alonzo Mourning was a good player. So like when the Bulls was playing, I was older. So I was into team sports. I wasn't into individuals. I was on the individual when I was a little boy. So I don't got no favorite player as a grown man. I only got a favorite player as a little boy. So my favorite player ever is Dr. J. Dr. J. Dr. J. Dr. J is my Philadelphia 76. Dr. J is my favorite player ever. For real. Because I was a little boy. And Dr. J was everything, boy. We run. Boy, when Philly coming to Chicago or they on the NBA, we run into the TV. The $6 million man. Because he got that $6 million contract, so they named him after the TV show. Man, whatever Dr. J said, that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? He was like a superhero. Dr. J was a superhero. We had 3 superheroes, James Brown, Muhammad Ali, and Dr. J in my era. They were superheroes. You can't say nothing bad about them 3. Of course, James Brown was Soul Brother number 1. He was number 1. Then Ali was number 2. But that's because Ali was there before Dr. J. He's a little bit ahead of that era. And then Dr. J. That was our superhero. Every time you finna play basketball, you Dr. J. I used to cut the sleeves off my shirt and draw a 6 on that bad boy. That's when the ABA came to the NBA and they merged the league. But we like Dr. J because he had that big ass afro and he would be flying and he would dunk on like 4 white dudes, like dunk on their whole team. He was like a real Superman because he'd be flying. And that big old afro, we loved that afro, man. You know what I'm saying? He's like a Black Panther playing basketball. Because he had, see, Dr. J had some unusual hands. They don't tell why. He could jump, but his key was his hands was big. So that's why he would be able to take the ball and do all that. do all this. You know how big your hands got to be to twirl a basketball around and dunk it? So that's why Dr. J was so crazy. He had unusually huge hands. Who remember they had that big fight in the NBA? And everybody was fighting, and Dr. J went and sat in the center circle. He became a super duper star then. He just went and sat in the circle and didn't get involved with the fight. That's when he became the ambassador for real. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, he was the first fucking black superhero. On my soul, he was a superhero. My mom and them take me to church. Boy, I don't hear nothing the preacher talk about. All I know is we need to get the hell out of here. I need to get home for the NBA come on and see Dr. J. You know what I'm saying? I need to go see that. You know what I'm saying? I need to go see Dr. J. You know what I'm saying? George Gervin was real cold, but the thing was he played on one of them Western teams. So if you lived in the East, we didn't get to see him that much. See, back in them days, I'm glad you said that, Street Media. Back in those days, certain teams you didn't get to see a lot. The way they had the NBA set up, it wasn't set up like by the time they got to TNT and all that. You had to wait for them to match the teams together. And so they would match the teams that really got the superstars that make the most noise. And Iceman wasn't making a whole lot of noise. And then they was trying to highlight the white dudes. So they was always trying to highlight Wes Unseld with the white dude. Right? They was always trying to highlight John Stockton. They was always trying to highlight Wes Unseld out there. Who was the guy he played with? They was highlighting Wes Unseld. No, they ain't want to think they was highlighting what's the name? The other big brother that played with Utah. Not Wes Unseld. What's the big brother played with Utah? Utah. That's who they was always trying to highlight. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Karl Malone. Karl Malone was the one they was always showing the most. Because he played with John Stockton. And they was always trying to show Stockton. See, back then, the NBA was suffering. At one point, they called them the New York Knickerbockers because there was too many blacks. So they was always trying to highlight John Stockton, Pistol Pete, stuff like that. But it was so many blacks that the league was dying. The basketball was dying. Yep, the league was dying. Yep. Because there was too many blacks and racism was big and they didn't want to go see all them blacks. They didn't want to go see all them blacks. So basketball was like struggling during that whole period. Yep. Basketball was struggling. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So when you start talking about basketball, making money and all that, and you really talk about the most valuable people to the NBA, the most valuable people to the NBA is not Michael Jordan and none of them. The most valuable people to the NBA is these two. They the ones saved the league. Yeah, these two saved the league because they competed in college. They was in the NCAA finals. And then they both went into the NBA together. And Larry Bird basically saved the league because now white people say, "Oh, okay." So then that's when the Detroit Pistons, like, they had all them white dudes, right? And so it's like, "Oh, okay, we got some white players." So it's like the Larry Bird Magic Johnson feud saved the NBA, made it what it is today. Without Larry Bird, the NBA wouldn't be shit still today. Larry Bird single-handedly saved it, him and Magic, because Larry wouldn't have been able to do nothing unless he had that rivalry. And Magic Johnson was so phenomenal that the fact that Larry could compete with him was something crazy. Because Larry Bird was an assassin. You know what I'm saying? Larry Bird was an assassin. Probably the best shooter that ever shot the damn ball. You know what I'm saying? Larry Bird, man. Larry Bird shot so good that when he play your team, as soon as he touched the ball, you be mad. Because it's two. He the only one that is two before he shoot it. Did y'all know that? Larry Bird was the only one that when you playing against a team and once he get the ball in the corner, you already counted it as two. You didn't wait. You know what I mean? It was crazy. The whole way you would deal with it is the only way you feel comfortable is that he don't touch the ball. That's the only way you feel that you had good defense. Because if he got the ball, it's over with. He the only one I watched that when he got the ball, you already knew it was going. Like George Gervin could shoot like that, but it's like he wasn't irritating like Bird. George Gervin was like play along with the team smooth. Bird was the pain in the ass if you're trying to beat them. He doing y'all out there. He doing you ugly. He's shooting y'all off the court. Yeah, he was big. Cause Magic is like 6'8". And look how big he is over Magic. Magic huge. Reggie Miller kinda. But the difference with Reggie Miller is he was running around, then get the ball and shoot it. You know what I'm saying? But it was something about Larry Bird. When you play Larry Bird, he wasn't running around. He just in the corner, and when they throw it to him, because he is like more stationary, Reggie Miller moving, get up and shoot. So you ain't got time to think. With Reggie, you ain't got time to think, damn, it's already in the bucket before you say damn. But with Bird, they pass it to him, and you be like, ah. You know what I'm saying? With Reggie, it's like pass, shoot. With Bird, it's like nice and slow pass. Ah, hell no. Up. Ah, hell no. Through the net. We got to go ahead and concentrate on the next play. Reggie Miller couldn't shoot. Man, Reggie Miller could shoot, but he can't shoot like Larry Bird. Who I think can shoot like Larry Bird? Nobody. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't nobody shoot like Larry Bird. I try to think. Because George Gervin could shoot. George Gervin could really shoot. I don't think nobody can shoot like Bird. Ray Allen could shoot. Ray Allen could shoot. If I had to pick between Ray Allen and Bird, I'd go with Bird though. But Ray Allen could shoot. Reggie Miller could shoot. Uh, but this damn Bird, man. I much rather I much rather we playing the Bulls. I much rather Ray Allen. When it come to a shooter open and get the ball, I'd rather be Reggie Miller or Ray Allen, not Larry Bird. Don't give Larry Bird the ball. Don't give him the ball. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, Curry's a great shooter, an assassin. Yeah, Pistol Pete was unbelievable. I remember the first time we seen Pistol Pete, we couldn't believe it. He was the first one doing all them passes Magic be doing. Pistol Pete was the first one to go down and the ball disappear. Be dribbling and then just tap it back. He's the first one to do that. Wasn't nobody doing no tricks but Pistol Pete. He the first one came in there. And I remember the first time we watched him, I was at my cousin Keith's house up in this room. We watching TV, watching basketball, and we looking at this dude. We can't believe this stuff this dude is doing. This dude is doing the no-look passes way before Magic. That's where Magic and them got it from. Pistol Pete was crazy. He was crazy. Bird was the one you just hated to get the ball more than anybody. Because there's a lot of great shooters in the NBA, but man, when the Bulls play the Boston, man, we hate it when he get the ball. He the only one that we hated when he get the ball. The other ones, Ray, all of them, when they got the ball, we still didn't count it as automatic. We never counted them as automatic. Like they get the ball, there still might be a chance they might miss. That's how we looked at it. Then after the fact, you realize they didn't miss. But during the game, it didn't seem like they ain't gonna never miss. The only one that seemed like he ain't gonna never miss was Larry Bird. He was the only one that it just seemed like he not finna miss. So if you give it to him, it's two. We might as well run down to the end. And I've seen a great shooters like Bob McAdoo, downtown Freddie Brown, but ain't none of them got on my nerve like Larry Bird. I hate it when he got the ball. That's two, boy. Yeah, that's two. That's two. That's three. Off the rip. No, ain't no. Is it maybe? Ain't no maybe is the ball going in. And it's going in all net. Ain't no rim. Okay, that's another thing. It's going in all net, the bottom of the net. I don't know how the hell he can shoot like that. He must have just been out Indiana just shooting and 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 shooting. Michael Jordan hated for Larry Bird to get the ball. Everybody hated for Larry Bird to get the ball. It's two. And the only way you're going to win is don't let him get the ball. Make him pass it. Don't let him shoot. Hack him. Whatever. Earl the Pearl, we loved Earl the Pearl because Earl the Pearl, we liked him because he was the dribbling guy. He was like a legend in the hood. Everybody wanted to be Earl the Pearl because he was the first one between the legs and doing the cuffing it, and he was the dribble He had the crazy dribbling. Walt Frazier was the assassin, but Earl the Pearl was. I think he played with Baltimore first. Then he ended up going to New York. I think Earl the Pearl. Everybody was like, "I'm Earl the Pearl." When you be dribbling crazy, then when we was shorties, we be dribbling crazy. We would say we was Earl the Pearl. He was the ones with the trick shots, like the Harlem Globetrotter. And then we was shorties. Everybody wanted to be number 15, Earl the Pearl. You know, we like, I'm Earl the Pearl. We wouldn't miss him either. Yeah, Earl the Pearl was like a black American legend. You know what I'm saying? Earl the Pearl is like up there, Dr. J and Earl the Pearl would be the main two we emulated the most. Yeah. Earl the Pearl, when you dribbling, you Earl the Pearl. When you dribbling. He was like the dribble king. Everybody wanted to be able to dribble like that. Earl the Pearl Monroe, man, he was our superhero too. He the one you screaming when you were in the alley or you at the park at the hoops hooping. Yeah, he the one everybody wanted to be Earl the Pearl. I used to draw number 15 on my shirt too. Matter of fact, Earl the Pearl was before Dr. J. Yep. The first person we all wanted to be in the hood, my age group, was Earl the Pearl. He was first. He was the first one all the kids wanted to be. Everybody wanted to dribble like Earl the Pearl. Boy, when Earl the Pearl used to come on TV, boy, we run home. Boy, we run home. I'm glad you brought him up, man. We run home. He before Dr. J. Our first superhero was Earl the Pearl. Because, basketball, you got to be able to dribble. If you can't dribble, shit, you can't even play. And he was, man, with the handles. Man, he was the man with the handles. That's way before Pistol Pete. Way before Pistol Pete. This way back with Willis Reed and Earl the Pearl and Walt Frazier. The Knicks was crazy with it. But he was on Baltimore with, I think he was on Baltimore with Wes Unseld, if I ain't mistaken. I think the Earl the Pearl played with Wes. Then they trade him to the Knicks. Wherever he went, that's who we started watching. I remember when they traded him to the Knicks, and we started watching the Knicks. Kareem was a superhero too, because Kareem, we was watching him when he was Lou Alcindor. So he was Lou Alcindor. So we watched him come from college, and then he played for the Milwaukee Bucks. And then they traded him to the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? But he was one of our heroes because he got rid of that slave name, right? So he had a big influence on my life because first Cassius Clay got rid of his slave name and became Muhammad Ali. And he was, number 2 greatest behind James Brown. Then another person I watched all the time, Lou Alcindor, he got rid of his slave name. He became Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And that's why that had the influence on me that by the time I got 20, I got rid of my slave name from watching them. They the reason I didn't want no slave name, because I ain't really know that much about Elijah Muhammad. I ain't know nothing about Elijah Muhammad, but I knew about Cassius Clay that became Muhammad Ali. And I knew about Lou Alcindor became Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And that's what I from that point, it was in my head, I'm going to get rid of my slave name too. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get rid of my slave name too. Boy, I seen that game. Between an older Wilt Chamberlain and the young Lou Alcindor, or it might have been Jabbar. No, it was Jabbar. By then it was Kareem. I seen that game. I seen them games between them two. Whoa. Whoa. I seen Wilt against Kareem. Oh man. That one time when Kareem went up to dunk and Wilt, here's the rim and here's Wilt's hand, and Wilt caught the ball and didn't touch the rim and slung it out the hoop. I said, damn. Man, Kareem came down with the crazy dunk and Wilt put his hand, because back in those days, they didn't have no 7-foot centers. Centers was 6'10", 6'11". For real, nobody had 7-foot centers. Like Willis Reed was like 6'10" for the. So now everybody want to get big centers. And so the first big famous centers was Wilt Chamberlain by himself, and then Kareem. Then Artis Gilmore, Daryl Dawkins, and all them came. And Ralph Sampson. And then it kept on going. Then Elijah Wan and Ralph Sampson had another big, there was two of them playing at the same time. That's when everybody started getting 7-footers. But the original 7-footer was Wilt and then Kareem. That was the original 7-footer. So anytime they was the two biggest in the league. So anytime they would play, all eyes on that matchup. But as far as that scoring title they gave LeBron, he don't got the scoring title. They cheated Kareem because Kareem was playing before they had the three-point shot. If they would have had the three-point shot, Kareem would still be the scoring champ because he used to throw that skyhook from the corner, almost his leg be in the air but out of bounds. But he ain't touched the ground, and his foot be right before the line, and he could skyhook from the corner, all net. He could skyhook like a jump shot. You know what I'm saying? So Kareem really scored more than LeBron, but a lot of them players got cheated because they didn't have the three-point shot. They ain't had a three-point. So Downtown Freddie Brown's record ain't right. Bob McAdoo record ain't right. All the shooters that only had twos, if they had threes, it would have been crazy. Like on Sunday, we ain't go outside until basketball was over. You come from church, straight on, and turn on the NBA. And back in them days, as soon as the NBA go off, guess where everybody be? At the park, at the court. When I grew up, whatever went off on the TV, we was immediately outside. As soon as the football game go out, guess where all the little boys at? Outside playing football. As soon as the baseball game go off, guess where we at? At the baseball down playing baseball. As soon as the basketball game go off, guess where we at? Basketball. We did whatever they did, we did it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they did, we did it. Jerry West was a problem. Jerry West was a problem. He never really got he was a problem. That's why he the logo for the NBA. He was a problem. But the reason the black Americans didn't really get to really pay him a lot of attention because they had Wilt Chamberlain, and we was always watching the black players. So we watched the white players, but our favorite was the black players because that's who we could relate to. We couldn't relate to the white players. But yeah, he was serious. He was no joke. So we watched Walt Frazier more than Jerry West. We liked Walt Frazier. We liked Earl the Pearl. We like Tiny Nate Archibald. Here in Chicago, we like Bob Love. You know what I'm saying? We liked Bob Love and Chet Walker was our stars. I mean, Bill Russell was before my era. Bill Russell was retired already by the time I got old enough to watch basketball. So we didn't get to see Bill Russell. By the time I started watching basketball, only Wilt was around. Bill was gone already. So we never got to watch Bill Russell. My daddy would watch basketball for me. So my daddy would be telling me, my daddy watched Bill Russell. My daddy watched I'm trying to think of dude who my daddy said was the best. My daddy watched all them and would tell me about them. And so my daddy would tell me about them older players and how good they was. It's going to come to me, the old dude he used to always tell me about. So my daddy knew them and would tell me how good they was. You know what I'm saying? No, not Bob Petty, a black dude named, it's going to come to me. Oscar Robertson. No, I seen Oscar play. Oscar Robertson play. Oscar Robertson played with Lou Alcindor, with Kareem. Yeah, Kareem came out and played with the Big O. Oscar used to shoot free throws like this. No, it's going to come to me. Oscar used to shoot free throws like this. It's another one. Damn, what's his name? It almost came to me when you said Sam Jones. Damn, it almost came again. Damn. I almost had it. Elgin Baylor. And there's one more. Elgin Baylor, and there's one more. My daddy used to tell me how good they was, but Oscar Robertson would shoot underhand like this, and it would go in. I watched the Big O play. Yeah, I watched the Big O play. He was crazy. Hey man, them dudes could really, 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 really play though. Yeah, I watched Oscar Robinson. Like Oscar Robinson, it just quietly don't miss. Just quietly just keep getting points. He was real humble, real quiet, and he just shoot you out the game though. He not missing no free throws. He's not missing no shots. And he shoot them free throws underhanded. It was crazy. Sam was raw, man. Gary Payton Gary Payton was the defensive dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Gary Payton was the defensive dude, man. You know what I mean? His defense was crazy. Gary Payton was the defensive dude. You know what I'm saying? He was serious on the D, boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was serious. Yeah, the Big O was real humble. He just was quiet. But he was big, though, for back then. Back in those days, they would line you up, and that's the position you play. So you play whatever position based on the size you was if you made the team. So you one guard, you the next guard, you the small forward, you the power forward, you the center. So if you was 6'10" and you was the biggest one, you the center. You know what I mean? If you was 6'9", you the power forward. If you 6'8", 6'7", you the small forward, like that. Now, if you 6'10", but they got somebody 6'11" or 7 foot, now he the center and you a power forward. So Willis Reed, if he would have been playing later, he would have been a power forward. He wouldn't have been no center because he was 6'10". So when you went to play basketball when I came up, they go by your size, and the biggest dude is the center, period. The next biggest dude is the power forward. That's how they used to do it. And the next biggest dude is the small forward, and then the guards. They ain't really care about the guard's height. But them other three, you had to be the biggest, then the next biggest, then the next biggest. That's how they determine. That's how they would determine your position back in the day. If you're the tallest, you're the center. If you're the second tallest, you automatically power forward. Back in those days, LeBron would have been a power forward on some teams. He would have been a power forward. On a lot of teams, he would have been a power forward. Because I think Wes Unseld was only 6'10" too. Yeah, LeBron would have been a power forward. That's probably why it's hard for me to deal with him out there shooting like that all the time. Because he a big man. He ain't no small man. Why is he dribbling the ball like a guard? Why he got the ball? Although his ball distribution was excellent. They had to change the game when all them big old dudes like Kobe and them started coming out. These big guards. Yeah, he was like 6'5". That was huge back then, though. 6'5" was tall back then. It doesn't sound crazy. That's crazy. 6'5" was tall back those days. 6'5" ain't nothing now, but back then 6'5", you was tall. 4 more inches, you was center. 4, 5 inches, you was center. You 6'10", you a center. The game has come a long way. They just messed it up now. I hope they fix it back. They didn't mess the game up, man. They done made the game lazy, just shooting threes because you can't get to the bucket. Yep, Charles Barkley was 6'5". That was tall back then. Yep, he was 6'9". That's when they were starting to expand. And he played all 5 positions and won the NBA championship that first year. Euro step, that's traveling. Back when I was playing, we called all our calls ourselves. If you turned the ball over, that was carries. You couldn't do all this stuff you see them do. That would be carrying. If you dribbling the ball doing this, we'd be like, carries. You know what I mean? Yeah, LeBron is a small forward. But they got him playing like a guard. Which is good if you got a really good guard, like a Dwayne Wade. But if you ain't got a good guard, then he messed the chemistry up. That's why the Lakers ain't able to do nothing, because he got the ball all the time. I hope he retire and go sit down so they can fix the game, because I don't even watch basketball. But I don't watch sports anyway. It's hard to watch something when you know it's fixed. So that's what's up with that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He ain't, you know what I'm saying? He went out bad, you know, and hopefully they'll get rid of this foolishness and go back to this, you know? Go back to East versus West, you know? Bring back East versus West. You know what I'm saying? LA didn't have no good team because they had Bronny in somebody goddamn space where somebody that could play could have got that spot. LeBron messed the team up with that nepotism. You know, I ain't got no problem with your son coming in and playing, but make sure he can play and he just ain't coming in on his name because that messed the game up. You know, bringing Bronny in again. Bronny ain't no NBA player. Come on. And he ain't got the best health going on right now. They try to push that boy because of his daddy. That's crazy. Like, he ain't even as big as his daddy. He a little dude. No, because if Anthony Davis came up in that era, he wouldn't be soft. He's soft. The reason, I'm glad you said that. The reason Anthony Davis can't play and the reason his game ain't no good is because of the NBA. The NBA is ruining centers because they just running down launching threes. So the center do not get to touch the ball. So Anthony Davis got to run down here, get under the hole, watch you launch a three. Then run back there, get under the hole, watch you launch a three. So now the centers are getting hurt because the threes is making the centers just run, 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 run. They running too much. They're not slowing the game down for the big man. So now the big men today, they going to stay hurt because all you doing is running, 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 running. They ain't running no place. You look at the big men on the East. They ain't getting the ball none. They ain't getting the ball because of the damn stupid ass 3-point shooting. So if you looked at Anthony, they never fed him the ball. They never fed him the ball. LeBron is going to go sit his goofy ass down so nobody want to watch LeBron play no more. It's time for him to sit down. Who in the hell want to watch LeBron? It's over with. Nobody want to watch no damn LeBron James. And if he do go to Dallas, that just show he one of the worst to ever play. Bro, what you going to play on every team to try to get some numbers? Ain't no sports professional. They going to start saying, well, this guy, he was chasing it. But this is why this is why Anthony Davis wasn't no good because they never going to feed him the ball. They just running, running, running. You can't have no big 7-footer run down here, shoot, miss, run back there, shoot, miss, run back there, shoot, miss, run back there, run, 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 run. You got to have time to sit up and burn the 24-second clock so you can get some rest. I would hate to be a big man now with these weird ass losers that's playing ball. I ain't gonna never get to touch the ball. Never. Because they launch your threes, launch your threes, launch your threes. I'm just running back and forth for nothing. That's why Anthony was hurt. He ain't soft, he hurt because they not playing no game to benefit the big man. They cheated that man out of his career because he just got to run, run, run. And he run down there, and who got the ball? LeBron bouncing the ball all day. Don't feed the hole or nothing. Every time you look up, I can't stand LeBron James. He out by the 3-point. Every time you look up, he out there with the ball, showboating. And a big ass crybaby. He done cried his whole career. He always, I can't stand dude. Dude's the worst superstar ever in the history of basketball. I swear he's a fake ass superstar. LeBron James. He a fake superstar. He ruined the game. He ruined the game. He the one ruined Anthony's career. He never fed him the ball. He always at the top, out by the 3-point line with the ball all the time. Every time you turn on to see LeBron, he out by the 3-point line to the right side, standing there with the goddamn ball. Always on the right side. He ain't never on the other side. Like the basket. He's always on this side. Always. He's always to your right. If you're looking at the basket, he's always to your right hand. Always. He's always to your right hand. At the top of the key, bouncing the goddamn ball. Then he burns too much time out the clock, so you can't get no play. He don't know how to pass. He can't get the ball to the big man. And Anthony Davis ruined his whole career playing with that loser. Anthony should have been asked to be traded. You can't have no big man running like that. He gonna get hurt. You know what I'm saying? I know he is what? He ain't going to no Dallas. LeBron won't retire. LeBron is finished. Dallas don't want him. That'd be the worst thing Dallas could have did was go get him. Fuck their team up. Don't nobody want no damn LeBron. It's time for LeBron to sit down. LeBron fans is weirdos. That man that played how many years? It's over with. How long y'all want that man to play? Don't nobody want to see no goddamn LeBron James no more. Who the hell want to see LeBron James? It's like, goddamn, Grandpa, go sit down. Okay, it was cool. We seen you, bro. We seen you. Go have a whole seat. Nobody wants to see him no more. He's not exciting. He's trash. Nobody want to see him. He's starting to look like a hog, like something wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? It's like something wrong with him. Like, bro, you done played. What do you want? You just out here for nothing now. What the hell can he do? Just out there. If LeBron come back to the NBA, the damn viewership's gonna tank. Nobody wants to see no goddamn LeBron James. Man, real basketball fans, we do not like LeBron James. We don't. He's like an industry plant or something. Like somebody trying to force down your throat. Like, bro, okay, when you gonna sit down? You know what I'm saying? Then you go bring your whack ass son to the league. He's supposed to be in the A, B, C, D, E, F, G league or something. The G league, the elemental P league. He ain't no pro. Just force feeding us. Like, bro, you've been playing forever. Go sit the fuck down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Who the hell want to see LeBron James? But some weirdo, not a weirdo brothers. These brothers want to see him. These kind of brothers, they want to see him. Because, now you got the fanboys. And they don't know nothing about sports. They don't play sports. They just be on the internet. I love LeBron. I want to kiss LeBron in the mouth. LeBron is everything. LeBron is the greatest. LeBron is my daddy. LeBron could be my uncle. I wish LeBron would adopt me. I want to be adopted, by LeBron. It's pitiful. They be gobbling on LeBron. You know what I'm saying? They be gobbling on LeBron. You know what I mean? LeBron. I'm so excited, LeBron. It's like, bro, the man played in the NBA, cool, did his thing. Okay, it's time for him to go have a whole seat. I ain't never seen nobody hog the limelight like him. He's the worst. He's the only one that won't sit down. Everybody else go sit down after a while. Steph LeBron still got his goofy ass out there running around. He gonna have to break both ankles and broke both knees before he quit. Just crazy. The whole saying, let's go watch LeBron is something nobody ever gonna say anymore. Okay, nobody wants to run on to watch fucking LeBron James. But a nut. Who else we want to watch? Like Gail Sayers. We want to watch Wilt Chamberlain. You know what I mean? Bring Charles Barkley back. Crazy shit. Chasing Kobe, he never ever was as good as Kobe in his dreams. Okay, never. He's never been as good as no Kobe. He just got a lot of points because he's a ball hog and he shoot all the time. If you don't get him the ball, he start pouting. He be pouting and shit, big old pussy. He be pouting and shit. Like, goddamn, bro, you still want the ball all the time. You still want all the calls all the time. He just messed the game up. NBA, please sit him down and fix the league. Fix the league. Sit him down and sit the WNBA down. Nobody wants to see no women shoot no basketball, man. Nobody gonna ever watch that. They never gonna make a lot of money. It's whack. Nobody want to watch no women shoot no damn basketball. Women don't want to watch it. Men don't want to watch it. I don't want to see no chicks out there can't dunk, can't do nothing out there. That shit look like junior high school ball. I can't even say college ball. The women basketball look whack as hell. It's like watching junior high school ball. They look pitiful out there. I ain't supposed to say that because it ain't politically correct. But women's basketball is horrible. Nobody wants to see no women play no damn basketball. Who gonna watch that? But a loser. Ain't no way I'm watching that. I watch golf before I watch that. I ain't watching no lady basketball. If that ain't the corniest trash ever, women's basketball is total garbage. It's like you watching a whole bunch of women that don't like men. It's weird. It's like D-ball. With all due respect, who want to watch some women run up and down playing basketball? What? Who came up with that? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. It might work in college. I could see some college kids watching. They ain't got nothing else to do but watch that bullshit. I can't see no real sports fan watching no women's basketball. That ain't competitive to a man. That's like, okay, I guess it's competitive for girls. It's not. It's like, come on, man. Nobody like the chick that got locked up in Russia. Nobody want to watch her play. 3-on-3 women. Come on, man. I ain't watching. I don't want to watch no 3-on-3 women's basketball. I want to have women 1-on-3. We could do a 1-on-3 in the bedroom, but we ain't doing no 3-on-3. I'm not watching that. I'm not watching no lady shoot no basketball. Have I seen Juju? I've seen her, but I wouldn't watch her ass. I would not watch Juju out there jujuing. She gets no play on my TV. I don't give a damn what she can do. I'm not watching her. I'm not watching no fucking Juju play no basketball. Hell no. Hey, Alexis, I don't, I got toxic masculinity. I watch women play tennis. That'd be good. But I ain't trying to watch no women play no football, no baseball, or no basketball, or no hockey. I ain't trying to watch them in the UFC or boxing on myself. I ain't trying to watch none of them activities right there because they ain't up to a male standard. So I'm enjoying something that's subpar. That's subpar. You know, sports is seeing somebody that could do more than you could do, not nobody that could do less than you. How that's good. Gymnastics, when my daughter's watching and stuff. But the last thing I do is get up and say, let me turn on some ladies playing sports. This is the last thing. That's the last thing come to my mind. Is watching some ladies in some sports. I barely watch the damn men. Hey, Alexis, the men suck. So, I don't watch the ladies. I don't watch Alexis. The men ain't shit. So come on, what are we doing? No, I mean Juju can play. I support her playing. I support women's basketball. I support women's sports. I just don't watch it. I support them doing it, but I wouldn't watch it. But I don't watch golf. I don't watch golf. I don't watch tennis. I don't watch soccer. They trying to call that football. That's not football. That's soccer. I don't watch soccer. No men in no booty shorts running around kicking no ball and no socks with the high socks on. Bobby socks on kicking no goddamn ball. You know, I got toxic masculinity. I don't watch soccer. Soccer sucks, okay? USA. USA football. That's not football. I don't know what that is, but I don't watch soccer. Pause. I don't watch the UFC. No men rolling around with no tight panties on. They got condom depot on their butt and rolling around, got their hands all between each other's legs. I don't watch. I don't watch that. Women's beach volleyball, no. If women is jumping up and down, they jumping up and down on the D, not on the TV. You know what I'm saying? When I watch women, I'm watching them to try to pull one. I don't just turn on watching no damn women. I got toxic masculinity. The only woman I'm watching is Raquel on Raising Canaan. You know what I'm saying? Some shit I can relate. You know, acting. I watch women acting and some good stuff. I'm not watching no women play no basketball, no volleyball. I don't even watch men play volleyball. Pause. I got toxic masculinity. I keep telling y'all. I don't watch nobody play no volleyball. Pause. Mm-mm. Volleyball, soccer. That's too feminine for me. I'm not watching no volleyball. Come on, man. Volleyball. I keep telling you, I got toxic masculinity. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no dirty old man. I got 6 children. You don't have children being dirty. You have children. Sex not dirty. Sex not dirty. If sex is dirty, you'll get an HIV or you'll get an STD. Dirty sex. Sex, all the sex I partake in is clean, bro. I'm a clean man. Dirty old men don't get to have no sex. Women don't mess with dirty old men. They like you to be clean. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch that stuff. You know what I'm saying? The only way I'm gonna watch that stuff is with my daughters. If I'm around my daughters and we change the channel and there's women's volleyball and women's stuff, I'll leave it on so they can watch it. So I'm not no chauvinist or nothing. I encourage them to watch it. You know what I mean? But I don't just be watching any old anything. And then I grew up playing baseball, basketball, and football. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I pretty much know. I didn't really play tennis. I played ping pong though. But it's boring watching ping pong, a ball going back and forth on the table. I'm not finna watch that though. I watch something that's got to have some type of interest to it. Ping pong is not pool. I'm not finna watch no pool game on no TV. I play pool, but I ain't finna watch pool. Certain stuff I don't watch. Certain stuff I only do. I don't watch. Like porn. I don't watch porn. I do pornish stuff, but I don't watch it. I don't. I participate in sex. I don't watch nobody have no sex. I don't want to watch nobody have no sex. I want to have some. Shit, that's a sport you participate in. It ain't nothing you watch. Playing ping pong is fun when you like up to college age. Ping pong after about 22, 23. We not pinging and we not ponging no more. We G'd up. We grow up. I don't ride my bike. I'm not, you know, like you grow up, you start doing different things. I used to play ping pong all the time. Though. We had a ping pong table and pool. But when you grow up and you start having children, your whole you start functioning a little bit different. So now some things you're doing, you're just doing it to teach them. Like you teaching your son how to play pool. And then once he learn how to play, if he just wanted to challenge you and play, you'll play him, but you just got the pool table for him to play. You got the ping pong table for them to play. You get the stuff for them to enjoy themselves as children. You go to things for them to experience it. You know what I'm saying? So like when you're a parent, most of the times you go to the game, you taking your grandson or your sons and daughters. You're not really going because you want to see the basketball game. You try to take them to the game. You try to take them to the circus. You try to take them. So when you become a parent, you be doing stuff that's not for you. You be doing stuff for your children. And you just be having fun being there watching them have fun. So you having fun with them having fun, but you're not really there having fun. You taking them to have fun and you enjoy that. So it's like boom, okay, we finna go picnicking. Boom, we'll buy a tennis net and I mean we'll buy a volleyball net and a volleyball and we'll go and cook and barbecue some plant-based food on the beach and then we'll play volleyball. You know what I'm saying? And basically, where we're gonna play that is the mama and the children on one side and me on the other side. And then I aggravate them and tell them y'all can't never win, y'all suck, y'all ain't no good. And then they just have a big kick out of beating daddy, right? I make them, I irritate them, and they be really, really trying to beat me. And that's how we have family fun. I get, and they'll be on the one side and I'll be on the other side. I can't beat all three or four of them, and I'm just me. They gonna hit the ball over, I ain't gonna get it, but they get a big kick out of it. But I'm gonna tell them, y'all ain't gonna never win. Y'all can't beat me at nothing, right? And irritate them, and then they can't wait to whoop my ass out there, and whatever it is. So that's how I deal with the family. I get the video game. Boom, cooking mama. I sit down with my granddaughters or my daughters if they're young enough. We plug up cooking mama. They been playing it all the time. I ain't been playing it. I'm telling them they can't cook better than me. They never finna win cooking, mama. And then they beat me. But I be trying to win for real because I be really want to talk shit. So that's why they enjoy the fact I lose. And all my food get burnt up. And they think that's the funniest thing in the world with Daddy Lou. They love when I lose. They love when Daddy lose. Ooh, or Granddaddy lose. I just had PJ over here. I made a little basketball net. Took a hanger, made a circle, hung it up right here. Made us a little basketball and blew him out. Swished through the plastic. He trying to get over here today. I told him to come get him in 2 weeks. He can't wait to get a rematch. Oh, I talked about him so bad. Boy, you can't shoot. You can't never beat me at nothing. Swish, swish. Because I was trying to teach PJ how to be more creative in life. I said, y'all kids whack. You know what I'm saying? When we was growing up, we created stuff to do. We in the house, it's raining, it's snowing. We'll get a hanger and make a basketball net and put a plastic bag or something on to be the net and shoot. Sometimes when you just by yourself, you ain't even got nobody to shoot with. Your mama, you in the room. It's just me and my sister. I'm in my room. I'm making up stuff to do. I'm trying to show PJ, you gotta be creative and create something for you to do. And then I blew him out. It was hard though to get the touch of that little bitty thing, but once I got it, I blew him out about 3-4 times. He can't wait to get back. But this time I'm gonna order a basketball rim. I'm gonna order a basketball hoop this time to beat him. Yeah, I'm gonna order one before I get him in 2 weeks. I don't want the big thing to stand up. I just want the little backboard thing. You know what I'm saying? So I can irritate him. I do that type of stuff. You know what I mean? I'm finna get this so I can irritate my grandson. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get something like this that you could just stick up or hang up. I ain't gonna get the stickers because them stickers don't work. I need to get one to hang up. Man, them stickers don't never work, do they? Them suction cup things, that stuff never stick. I'm gonna get something like that so I could irritate the hell out of him and tell him he can't never beat me a billion years in his whole life. That's how you tell him. Yeah, I mean, oh my God. Now I do that, but I be doing that for them. But I got toxic masculinity though. I don't do no girly stuff. At this age, I don't even watch TV that much. I don't watch TV that much. After a while, you didn't see so much stuff. Everything is like a repeat. How long are you gonna keep watching the same stuff? The internet's better than TV by far. So look, that's it, y'all. Michael Jordan is the greatest that I've seen. Now, some people say Bill Russell, 111. I can respect that, but I didn't really get to see Bill Russell. You know what I'm saying? So y'all support the channel. It was good talking. Lakers, build a new team now. You know, build a new team. Let LeBron go sit down. I mean, he did his thing to the NBA. I supported him for many years. But now it's time for him to retire, man. He's in the way. He's messing up the league. You know, he's in the way. You ain't supposed to stay that long. Play and get out and let the next generation come and get some shine. Stop hogging up, sucking up all the sunlight. You know, it's getting corny. Other brothers ain't getting that shine because LeBron's still out there. We got a lot of great players ain't getting nothing. And I don't know what's happening with John Morant. He constantly getting hurt too much, then doing a bunch of goofy stuff. And they saying now, they might want to trade him or whatever. That he can't keep jumping like that no more. His uh his effectiveness is going down the last 2 or 3 years. Last 2 years for sure. Some people talking about like his career might be just about almost over. He can't shoot, so he need to get in the gym and work on his jump shot because he ain't gonna keep being able to jump up in the air like that and fall like that. I thought he was mismanaging his body. I thought John Morant was playing the wrong way. He needs to learn how to play more sneaky. That's what Michael had to do. He needs to learn how to get his shot before anybody get there and not be doing all these crazy acrobatics, jumping over people and falling and on your wrist, falling on your knee, falling on your ankle. He got to change up the way he play and stop acting like an idiot, getting in trouble when you're making that kind of money. He was going to be the face of the NBA and he blew it. Crazy. So look, y'all support the channel and stay positive.